clear. So we're taking the right turn going to Bravo for a 3-4 intersection departure.
Get this stuff. This isn't.
Yep, so it's speed there,
Speed.
Heading, altitude,
Okay.
vertical speed. This is your bank information,
Yep,
bank and
yep.
pitch.
That's enough right now.
It's a lot.
It's the same thing over there, I guess.
So this is the map.
Oh, that map. Okay.
Yep, this is the map, moving map. The engine gauges I have on either side.
Ground Kono 794, we'll be ready to go in 15 minutes.
Cross 794, roger, can you accept Bravo intersection departure?
Yeah, we can accept Bravo, Kono 794.
Cross 794, roger, you expect no delay?
Land,
No
can we
delay,
have to land
okay.
beyond Bravo? I mean, can you?
Yeah, so they'll have to open the runway back up completely for us to be able to land. They don't allow us to do like short approaches to Bravo.
Okay.
Yeah, we could, but
Yeah,
they don't.
allow it.
Yeah, they don't allow it.
Okay. Is there any kind of checklist you have to run? I mean.
Yeah, this is all the checklist right here.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yep.
On ground control.
We are.
Okay.
Yep, and once we pull up to the line, we're ready to depart. We'll switch to tower. Point into the wind a little bit. Switch over to tower. Okay, we'll drop our canopy down. Okay, so we do our flight control check. So it's got a lot of movement on it.
Way of it.
Everything moves as it should. Fuel is on, ignitions are on. Choke is in and locked. Cabin heat's off. We're going to go up to 4,000. So this is our mag check.
Okay.
So here's our TAC here.
Okay.
Up to 4,000.
10 Portsmouth ground, Avo 10 Delta, over at Customs, like to taxi back to Port City.
Drop is good.
10 Delta, standing taxi.
Drop is good.
Golf Alpha, then Papa, Quebec.
Everything is in the green. Nothing's yellow or red. So engine gauges are all good.
Okay.
We'll throw our landing light on, see if it causes too much of a discharge on our amps. It doesn't. Still in the green, so all that is good.
Okay.
Pull it back to idle. Everything engine related still green. We'll bring it back to our normal 2,000 RPM idle. All right, and then just grab the checklist, and I'm just going to verify I caught everything. Okay. So flight controls, flight instruments, fuel valve, fuel quantity. We got plenty of fuel. I just filled it up. Canopy's closed. Elevator was back. Throttle was good. All the ignitions were good. Ammeter was checked. Throttle's good. Fuses are all unlit. Fuel pressure.
Fuses?
Fuses are all right here.
Oh, did they?
So they actually light up if they blow.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Seatbelts and harnesses are on. Our landing lights on for takeoff. Transponder is set to ground right now. Once we rotate, it'll switch to the altitude. Trim is good. Flaps we're going to leave up. Canopy is latched. Brakes released. Takeoff abort plan. We're going to make a left turn out. Head out towards the southwest. Abort plan would be land on the remaining runway if we have it. If we don't, we most likely have altitude to turn around. All right, so you go ahead and put that away.
Touches on it. Clicks on here.
It velcros. Do you see the velcro here? So flip it around.
Alpha, do you have that just passing, just about to pass Bravo?
There you go.
I have that plane in sight, 70 Charlie.
All right, we're ready to go. So I'll do the takeoff and landing. Once we get to a safe altitude, I'll transfer the controls to you. You'll be able to get a feel for the airplane.
Helicopter 270 Charlie, triples down, taxiway Alpha, beam November, wind 270 at 10, clear to land, the Navajo will hold position, short of Mike for you.
Clear to land, Alpha November, 70 Charlie.
Portsmouth Tower RV266 Victor Alpha holding short 34 Bravo for a left turn to the southwest.
RV266 Victor Alpha, Portsmouth Tower, runway 34, wind 270 at 10, cliff takeoff, left turn approved.
Cliff takeoff, runway 34 Bravo, left turn approved, RV6 Victor Alpha. Alright, we're all clear. I'll line up 3-4 side. We got a pretty decent crosswind for these airplanes, so I'm going to keep the stick to the left. We're going to use a lot of right rudder on the takeoff here. I'm just going to feed in the throttle smoothly. Let the airplane track the center line using right rudder. Throttle's all the way in. Gauges are all green. Airspeed's alive. Stick is still to the left.
827 Charlie, when you
Up we
landed,
go.
you can taxi November with me.
Clear to taxi with you, 7 Charlie.
Yeah, we look for about 75 on our climb. It's our VY climb.
Okay. That's there, right? Yep.
Yep, speed's over here.
Oh, I mean,
So
yeah,
75.
the rating. Oh, okay. I'm
Yep.
sorry. I misunderstood you.
Yep, so we're pitching for about 75 speed. That gives us around 800 feet a minute climb. What's that? Your mic fell down. Put your mic up.
I'm sorry. I had a little compass over here. I was looking at yours, but I see I have one too.
Yep. Yeah, so this is our head indicator.
Yep.
And this is actually shows our ground track.
Oh, okay.
So right now it's 332. You see we're not at 332.
Oh, okay.
So that's our heading indicator. This shows our track on the ground.
Oh, okay. 100 feet. Okay.
Alright, so I want you to go ahead and take the controls now, and try and fly with your left hand. Your right hand is the throttle hand, so go ahead and take it, your airplane. It's really easy to fly, it's super sensitive, really takes very small movement to get it to respond.
This is the throttle here, right?
Yep.
Put my hand there.
Once we get to 2,000 feet, you'll pull that back to 4,500.
Now, where's the 4,500?
It'll be here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And once we get to 2,000 feet here.
All right. The pressure's on now.
Yep, so about 2,000 feet, so that's
Okay.
where you're at. So now just reduce the throttle to 4,500 and just pull it right back. It has a lot of play to it before it responds.
Okay.
Harvey 266 for Alpha, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, and we'll be back in about 25 minutes.
Roger.
Very good on altitude.
Yep.
Can't do two things at once. 45, you said.
45, yep. This is your trim here, so if you need to adjust your pitch trim,
Oh, okay.
that's where that is.
Level flight on this thing is will have too much.
It's going to be the base of that yellow V, upside down yellow V right here,
Okay.
on the horizon line.
Okay. Like that?
Nope, a little bit higher. So it's going to be the bottom,
Oh,
the thickest
bottom.
part. Yep.
Okay, I got you. Thank you. back to altitude now. Tend to be very much in the cockpit, don't you, with this? I mean,
You don't really want to be.
I know you don't.
Yeah.
But I tend to be right now.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
very easy to pay attention too much inside.
Yes, exactly.
You know, because there's a lot of good information on the screen, so it's hard not to look at them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to try and keep your eyes outside as much as possible.
Exactly. I lose 200 feet all of a sudden. Whatever it is, I lost.
A little choppy,
A little bit, yeah.
not too bad. So if you look on the screen over here, so this blue outline here, that's the class Delta. So that's the Delta airspace surrounding Portsmouth.
Okay.
So all that we need to go into the airspace is just to make contact with them.
Okay.
And we're out of the airspace, so they discontinued contact.
I see.
You can see on here it displays traffic. So there is traffic 300 feet above us at about our 12 o'clock. I got him in sight.
I have him in sight too, thank you. That's very cool.
Yep. As long as they have a transponder on, it'll show up on the screen.
Okay. You have we have a transponder on?
We do, yep. So the transponder is this right here. So we're squawking 1200, showing our mode C is active.
Okay.
I think I'd make a left turn, kind of go out over the water a little bit. Go along the coast. Right now we're right over top of Hampton Airfield. You might see it down below us there. But we are right over top of Hampton.
Don't see it, but that's all right.
It's probably right underneath the wing then.
Okay. It may smooth out over the water.
It should, yeah. I'm hoping.
Before we all throw up.
That's definitely not an issue I've ever had.
Nor I. Well, luckily. Oh, and here's your needle and ball up here?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I was wondering where that was.
And you can go ahead and make a right turn now and parallel the coast.
Right turn, okay.
You like it so far?
So far, yeah.
A little more sensitive than you're used to?
I can't tell. I can't remember.
Fair enough. You're probably used to flying a stick though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But just so often, you know, we'd fly up and you know, autopilot, and that was it.
Yep. And you flew in the airlines?
Yes.
What'd you fly?
Well, I ended up on the DC-10.
Okay.
That was the last thing. But I flew this. The most time I had was a co-pilot in the 747.
Okay.
That's 7 years on that.
Like a 200? 100, 200, or?
Yes, it was a rope start with 3 pilots.
Yep. That's an interesting time. You know, needing like a flight engineer and stuff back in the day, and now everything computers just do everything.
I know. When I started, you don't need all this old time shit, but with Pan Am I was a navigator.
Okay.
And I had to go to I mean, we're hired as pilots.
Yep.
Our job was navigating. And but that was the goddamnest hardest license to get.
Really?
Oh, God, it was awful.
Doing like great circle routes and stuff like that? Yeah.
And, but it's celestial navigation? Celestial.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Jesus. Is that how bad it was?
That's the way they...
Star identification?
Yeah, that's the way like naval stuff started.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. In fact, the books we used were all Navy, whatever they called them.
Yep.
Figure out where the stars were, the azimuth, and you know.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Not something you'll ever use again, but it's still interesting to look back on it.
Yep.
You can go ahead and make a right turn, kind of head back towards the coast a little bit. Definitely a little smoother out here.
A little bit. Doesn't seem to take too much rudder in the turn.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I guess in the DC-10 was probably when like the INS system first started coming out.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't. We had INS, but I never flew any glass.
Yep.
It's all steam gauges.
Yep.
Everything. 707, 74, all of them.
There were VORs around then, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The nicest airplane was the Lockheed 1011.
Okay.
You probably, I don't know if you ever, everybody loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a better DC-10.
Much better, much better, yeah. But the company sold them, so we had to go to something else.
Right. I think even like when the MD-11 came out, the L-1011 was still the favored one.
Yes.
And that, you know, MD-11 was glass and everything, but for whatever reason, pilots loved the L-1011.
I don't know. It was just so it was so friendly, pilot friendly. That's all I could tell. User friendly. Did everything for you. Now this thing has an autopilot. Did you say?
Does. Yeah, right here.
Okay. Yeah. Can you fly an ILS on this with this?
No. So this is not instrument certified.
Okay.
So it can't do anything instrument related.
Okay. For getting an instrument rating, what airplane would you fly around here? That you have?
So we have a Beechcraft Sundowner.
Okay.
1970s Beechcraft Sundowner.
Okay. And the simulator you can use?
Yep. Simulator you can do half the training in. Actually a lot of airplanes around us. So we got two in front of us, one's 1,000 feet above, one's 1,000 feet below. I got the one 1,000 feet below in sight. There's another one right behind us, 200 feet above.
Don't have any of them.
No. I just got that guy. I don't see the one higher. Oh, there's the other one up higher.
Oh yeah, no, I see him, thank you.
And then there's one behind us that I haven't been able to spot yet. But he's behind us, so he's not really a factor.
Okay. tell the direction they're going on that or not?
Yeah, so these yellow vectors
Uh-huh.
indicate direction and speed.
Oh, wow, okay.
So you don't know, like, I don't know exactly how fast he's going, but I know he's going faster than he is because the vector's longer.
Okay. Wow. Wow, that's good.
And that's all downloaded through satellites and everything. We don't have radar, obviously. It's all downloaded through GPS and satellites.
Yep. Okay.
This is the Merrimack River off the left. Are you from this area?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you live?
In Portsmouth.
Portsmouth, okay.
Where do you live?
Peabody, Mass.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you have a bit of a
little bit of a drive.
little drive.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking to move up here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to save up enough to get it and make the move.
Okay. Everything is so expensive now.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing is I'm still paying for college, so the student loans are a killer.
I know, I hear anyway.
This is Newburyport right off the left,
Okay, yeah.
and Plum Island off the left wingtip.
Oh, yeah. Are these different aircraft we're seeing now?
Yep, so these are private airports.
Oh, airports. Okay.
Yeah, those are all private fields.
Okay.
This one's a public field, though. That one's Plum Island. These two are private over here.
Okay.
All the aircraft show up as the Black Diamonds.
Oh, okay.
So they're pretty easy to spot.
Okay, Black Diamonds.
Alright, now go ahead and make a right turn northbound. This is 95 right down here below us.
Okay.
We're going to kind of follow 95 back towards the north.
Right.
One 556 Zulu observation. Wind 270 at 10. Visibility 10.
Do you want me to go to north or to
Nope, just follow the highway.
highway? Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fine. It's Howard, RV 266 Victor Alpha. We're about 15 minutes out now.
266 Victor Alpha, roger.
And Portsmouth Tower 22193 is ready to go, runway 34 from taxiway Bravo, left turn out.
Remember 22193 Portsmouth Tower, runway 34 Bravo, wind 270 at 9, close takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, Cherokee 193.
The left turnout is normal, is it? Normal?
It depends. You can go any direction you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just happened to make a left turnout.
Okay. So as far as a pattern?
So pattern for 3-4 is left traffic. For 1-6, it's right traffic.
Okay.
So they just want us to stay over the trees and not go over like towards downtown.
Okay, gotcha. At 1,100 feet?
Yep, 1,100 feet. The Seabrook Power Plant right here.
Previous crash.
Oh, yeah.
193.
Sorry. That's still going on? Is it closed, open? Is it?
No, it's active.
It is active?
Yep. Yep, still active. There's no real restriction to flying over it. It's just recommended you don't like loiter around it. You know, hang out.
Okay. The only restricted airspace around here would be over George Bush's.
Yep.
place
Yeah,
up
the
there?
Bush compound.
Yeah. So this guy is 500 feet
Below.
below us.
Yep. And I got him in sight. He's making a right turn right off the nose.
Oh yeah, I see him. That's wonderful.
Yeah. This increases your level of situational awareness, which is obviously the most important thing that comes with flying.
Yep.
So that's Hampton Airfield right over there, just to
yeah.
right to the of the Home Depot.
Yep.
So this is Route 101 going up through here towards Exeter. You
Okay.
kind of parallel Route 101.
Now?
Yep.
Okay.
Then we'll go fly over towards downtown Exeter and wait for the runway to open back up.
Okay. Now, when you on takeoff, you said you had a lot of right rudder in it. Is it a lot of torque,
No, so, well, not,
or was it
it was mostly wind.
wind? Okay.
So because the wind is hitting the tail off to the left side, it yaws it to the left, so we just need a lot of right rudder to keep it straight.
Oh, okay.
That was the primary reason for that.
Okay.
It needs a little bit of right rudder, but not really a whole lot.
Okay. That's the airport over there?
Yeah, right up here.
Yeah. Okay. Imagine that. I know where I am.
Good. It's kind of hard to miss, though.
That's true. But I was kind of, I'm still trying to figure out what's what around here.
Right. Well, it's nice. This airplane has a ton of visibility.
Sure does. I think in terms of physical problems, the hardest for me would be is turning all the way backwards.
Yeah.
Because I just have arthritis up there in the shoulders, neck, or whatever it is.
2193 for your slot brake change approved.
To this part, but I can't. It's hard to get beyond 90 degrees.
Yep.
When you did the what you call it here, the
The ignition check?
ignition check, it was just on this gauge you're looking at?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. This is something else.
That's manifold pressure,
Okay.
which we don't really, doesn't really apply to us because we don't have a controllable pitch prop.
Okay. I was confused when you did it. I was trying to make these same, and they weren't. It wasn't working out that way.
Right, yeah. All we're looking for is just to note the RPM drop isn't more than 300.
Okay.
That's all we're looking for. Make sure the engine's running smooth.
Yep.
It'll take a little while to get used to that.
Yep.
I haven't even tapped into this yet. This has so much information built in here. Like, you can, like, everything that you would need to know about an airport is in here. All the radios.
Oh, wow.
And you can even tune the radio through here. So you press tune comm, it puts it right in there.
Oh my God, okay.
Airport diagrams.
Oh, wow.
Right in here. It's not that we can do instrument approaches, but even as the instrument approach, plus it puts us on it.
Oh, wow.
Weather, live weather. So this is essentially the ATIS right now.
Okay.
As well as the forecast.
Oh, wow.
And winds aloft.
Wow.
Runway information, and all the remarks for the airport as well. So there's a ton of stuff in here.
Gotta be a speed reader.
Yeah.
Oops. Lost a lot of altitude looking at that.
And
Portsmouth Tower, good day, Gulfstream, November 119 Alpha Foxtrot.
119 Alpha Foxtrot, Portsmouth Tower.
Yep, we're about 15 minutes out inbound for landing.
9 Alpha Foxtrot, roger, thanks. Hey, you didn't by any chance just key up and say hello, did you?
No, that I did not. I heard that, though. I was monitoring the frequency.
Okay, just checking, thank you. We'll get the guys off the runway for you.
Very good, thank you very much.
And let's make a right turn to 030. Tower RV266 Victor Alpha, 8.5 to the west, where we can come inbound whenever you're ready for us.
6 Victor Alpha, you can proceed inbound now and report turn and final for 3-4.
All right, we'll proceed inbound, report turning final 3-4, 6 Victor Alpha. All right, and you can go right towards the airport now.
How much time do you have in this airplane?
How much time?
Yeah.
Ooh,
All right.
I'd say probably 1,000 hours.
Yeah.
At least.
Gotcha.
Which I just started flying it at the end of September last year.
Oh, really?
So I've flown it quite a bit.
What were you flying before that, for teaching something else?
Before that, I was down in Pennsylvania. Running a flight school down there, and we had Cessna 120s, 140s.
Okay.
Cessna 150s and 172s.
Tail dragging time.
Yeah, my favorite kind.
When you do it a lot, it's fun. I must say,
it's a challenge.
It is.
Yeah, it's a real challenge.
But
that's why I liked it though, because it was challenging.
Yep. But once you do it, it's just part of flying.
Right. Right. Go a little bit more to the right. Kind of aim for the entrance to Portsmouth Harbor out there.
Okay.
And you can descend down to 1,100.
Okay.
They must have just did a explosion over at the quarry, so a bunch of dust.
Oh wow.
A little bit of dynamite. And you can reduce the throttle back to 3,000 for the descent.
Okay, thank you.
Just go a little bit more to the right. Kind of on the edge of the water over here down on Great Bay. And that'll give us enough distance for a final.
Okay. Oh, like this?
Yep, that's good.
This is very hard to move. Is there a lock on it that I'm not?
Yeah, so there is a friction lock.
Okay.
In there. We just keep it tight because the engine vibration will move it.
Okay. I just was curious
Yep.
if it was me or, but it's built that way. All
Yep,
right.
it's the way it's supposed to be. The vibration will actually pull the throttle in. So that's why.
Gotcha.
Especially noticeable when you're coming into land and the throttle's creeping itself in and the airplane doesn't want to go down.
Oh, gotcha. Can understand. Like a 4,500 up here again?
Yep.
For now?
All right, now go ahead and take it back here.
You have it.
Bring us into land.
I didn't hear you talk to him. You talked to him?
I did earlier, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he just, last thing he said was just to report turning final.
RV 266 Victor Alpha, check close down, runway 34, wind 270 at 10, clear to land. Mower right side of runway first, please.
Clear to land, runway 34, RV 6 Victor Alpha.
6 Victor Alpha, plan exit taxiway Charlie.
I'll plan to exit Charlie. If it's any easier, we could do 180, but never mind, I see someone's on Alpha. Alright, so we'll go down to Charlie.
It's way down there.
Yeah. We'll just land long.
Gotcha. Yep.
This airplane is usually pretty fun to land in any sort of crosswind just because it is so light.
Okay.
And the crosswind limitation on it is 11 knots direct crosswind.
Is it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's...
Not very much.
Not very much.
794 rolling up on 34 at Alpha. I'll be ready upon reaching.
So get our rudder in. We're just going to fly it down the runway.
794,
Gotcha.
Portsmouth Tower, runway 34, line up and wait.
94834, Colonel 794.
This Charlie is a long way down.
I'll say.
Now slowly pull the throttle
Portsmouth
up.
Tower, Kronos 94.
Nice.
Kronos 794 ground, tower.
Yeah, looking for the PPR to get out of here today.
Is that Kronos 794?
It's 94. There's also a 794 out here. Yeah, 794 is lining up to lining up away for 34.
RV 266 Victor Alpha, right turn Charlie, ground 1 off.
Right turn Charlie over to ground 6 Victor Alpha.
Kronos 94, are you on the ground?
94 is on the ground by the Portsmouth planes in there.
Kronos 94, roger, thank you.
Sierra, Portsmouth ground runway 34, taxi via Alpha, verify information, hotel. 970, runway 34, taxi via Alpha.
Portsmouth ground RV 266 Victor Alpha, clear of 34 Charlie back to November.
RV 266 Victor Alpha, Portsmouth ground, taxi parking via Alpha November.
Taxi parking Alpha November, 6 Victor Alpha, thanks. Alright, long way back.
We'll go back and fly it again.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing all sorts of painting today, so the runways opened and closed, opened and closed.
Oh,
now they got Bravo closed.
I see. I see them all over, yeah.
Yep. Just doing a lot of painting everywhere.
Just like downtown.
Yeah. What'd you fly in the Air Force?
Well, I ended up as a co-pilot on a B-47. You know that? It was before the B-52.
Is that the? I think I've seen what it looks like, but it sort of looks like the B-52, but not with 8 engines. Only has the 4.
It has 6.
It's 6.
Yeah, and it has a bubble canopy.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like a fighter plane, but it wasn't.
Was that called the Peacemaker? No, which one was the Peacemaker?
I think that was the 52.
Was it?
I don't know.
No, one of them. One of those older ones was called the Peacemaker.
Gosh, I couldn't tell you. I forgot. But what I flew in training, it was more fun. It was a T-33.
Okay.
And the T-6.
The T-33 is the Shooting Star?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And the T-6 is just an old...
The Texan.
Yes, you know that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fine airplane. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that must have been fun.
It was a fun time. I mean, I went into... It was a draft back then, so you had to do something. And I said, "Oh, just fly an airplane. That'd be cool." I already had a private license. I don't know if I had my private, but I'd flown quite a bit.
Right.
Privately. Seaplane mostly.
Oh, cool. What did you fly for a seaplane?
Luscombe 8A.
Luscombe 8A. I don't know that. I know that one.
Well, it's a little side-by-side jobby, about like this. It floats. Not a big window. Really.
Yeah, I've never flown a seaplane. That's something I wanted to do this summer, but I just didn't have the time.
Well, it's kind of fun. It's there's a few little tricks to the trade, but not much different.
Hey, Brown Kronos 94. We have information hotel. We're ready to taxi. We didn't get our PPR yet. Do you want us to hang out here or down at the end of the runway? Kronos 94, expect no delay at the end. Runway 34, full length taxi via Alpha. Okay, 34, full length via Alpha, Kronos 94.
In the seaplane, the biggest thing that was the type of water you had.
Yep.
If it was calm water, you had to make a power landing because you can't judge your height.
Yep.
It was bouncy. If it's it's waves, it was easy. But otherwise, you did a power landing, which way did you hit? Oh, here we are.
Here we are.
Where the helicopters live that make all that noise over Portsmouth?
Right behind us.
Oh yeah, well, there they are. Yeah. Oh yeah. Have you ever done any of that kind of flying?
No, the only helicopter I've ever been in was in a AH-1 Cobra attack helicopter, and that's the only helicopter I've ever been in.
Okay.
I figured nothing will ever compare to that ride, so
that's
not even going to bother.
It turns on a dime when you know what you're doing.
It does.
Warning.